move on to the final whistle. I need to get one of those things. Boop, blow my whistle. Beep. Rich Rodriguez is TikTok ban and insider dynamics in sports media. So West Virginia University's new head coach, Rich Rodriguez, who was formerly an old coach, has implemented a strict ban on players dancing or creating TikTok videos during team activities, aiming to preserve the program's hard edge and refocus the team on football fundamentals after a 6-6 season. So he's returning to WVU after 17 years, has a no-nonsense approach. He's prohibiting social media distractions, and that's a move that contrasts with the modern athletes expressing themselves, but it aligns with his goal to restore the Mountaineers' competitive identity. My take is simple. He's laser focused on building a disciplined West Virginia team. He's prioritizing football over social media distractions like TikTok, and if he can revive the Mountaineers into the powerhouse of his first stint, this approach will stick, and winning breeds success. NIL dollars will follow performance on the field, not on social media. And other coaches may take note if he pulls it off. The final whistle number 2, John Feinstein's legacy. I'm not a John Feinstein fan, but he was a prolific sports journalist and author. He left a mark pre-internet through his books, his storytelling. They say he was uncompromising to tough questions. I don't believe that. He wrote a book. He wrote over 40 books, but pretty much was a one-trick pony with one book, and that was his coverage of the Indiana Hoosiers and their undefeated season in 85. His 44th book, Raise a Fist, Take a Knee, that was not met with great sales, but it was met with great critical applaud because he took the wrong side. He took the side of hate, racism, bigotry, and being anti-American. And as somebody who knows immigrants, who comes from a different country, his parents do, the importance of being patriotic, of keeping a strong, unified America is importance to longevity of our civilization. And when you have crap like what John Feinstein supported, that's destroying the country from within. How do I know this? I'm a student of history. This is how literally most civilizations have gone to the wayside. Amy Chua, look her up. She talks about it in a couple of her books. That said, he kept writing and had massive health struggles, 2 heart attacks, a stroke, open heart surgery, and a cancer diagnosis. In his defense, he was in an era where a cheeseburger was a great meal. Yeah. So he wrote till his death. He was known for his outspoken nature and liberal leanings later in life. And that sometimes led to comments critical of conservative ideologies, why I wasn't a fan. He couldn't leave that. He had to bring that front and center. He was wrong. In fact, I'm sure right now he's realizing how wrong he was. We learn all the answers once we die. He's learning now. And he once highlighted the predominantly Republican leanings of professional golfers, saying, there's not enough Democrats. Who cares? As for his relevance, his career peaked during the pre-internet era. That's why most of you will not know him. I'm not honoring him as much as recognizing he was somebody big before the internet. And the book I'm talking about is A Season on the Brink. Now, I'm sorry, I said 85. That's in 1986. That he wrote regarding the Hoosiers. And he kept writing into the digital age. And he failed because he was a long-form storyteller. And as we know, the internet's not built for that. But, I don't think he was a vile person. I don't think he was an evil person. I don't think he was a bad person. He was just an idiot when it came to his beliefs. And I do wish him the best as he begins his newest journey, his spiritual journey. Rest in peace, John Feinstein. I was not a fan, but I respected you. You did great work. You were a success. When I say you did great work, you did yourself justice by working hard. Much peace and love as you begin your journey. And I hope I didn't come out too bad. I didn't mean to, but I'm not going to shy away from the truth of a man who is critical and derogatory towards others at times. Tiger take number 1. Tiger Woods faces long road back after Achilles surgery. So Tiger Woods announced announcement of a ruptured Achilles tendon and now his subsequent surgery. It's just another chapter in his storied yet injury-plagued career and a cast uncertainty over his future in professional golf. This is his 13th documented procedure since 2002. He's optimistic. He says 9 to 12 months. At his age, you're probably looking at 12 months, if not longer. So it's another setback. And age and recurring setbacks eventually wore down one of my favorite receivers, Nate Burleson, who always came back from injury. But eventually, time and age caught up to him. I'm sorry, age and injuries caught up to him. Woods is in a similar situation. I don't know if he'll be able to come back from this, and we'll wait and see. Tiger take number 2, Tiger Woods and Vanessa Trump. A surprising romance emerges. So, the ex-wife of Donald Trump Jr. had reportedly been secretly dating since Thanksgiving. And their relationship is coming to light after they were spotted together at a golf tournament. So the bromance has the approval of Donald Trump Jr., who responded with a simple, cool, and President Donald Trump, a longtime friend of Woods, adding an unexpected layer of family support. My take is just too funny. I mean, I would never have seen this in a million years. But now that Woods is sidelined for the next year, he'll have plenty of time to spend with Vanessa. Much success to the both of them. CBS announcers misstep sparks controversy over Juju Watkins. This one was funny. So, during a CBS Sports broadcast of the USC-UCLA women's basketball game last week, announcer Lisa Bington's attempt to praise USC star Juju Watkins supposedly backfired. She said, talking about Watkins, saying she, quote, lit the world of Los Angeles on fire, unquote. This is March. The fires happened in January. And it drew the ire of many because it was insensitive, considering the devastating LA wildfires. This is people on social media. They're holier than Jesus Christ. They're more pure than Jesus Christ could ever hope to be. I thought it was funny because of the irony. It's been a couple of months. There's never a too soon moment. She didn't do it on purpose. It wasn't meant as a joke or bad take because of what happened in LA. It was just a way to describe Watkins. And it's a common line that's used in many various contexts. And while the timing wasn't ideal, Los Angelinos have bigger concerns than an announcer hurting feelings. The only people, there were no feelings hurt. It was just faux outrage. Track star incident sparks controversy over intent and accountability. I am obviously talking about the Virginia Indoor Track Championships and a viral clip that captured Lila Everett hitting, BAM! Colleen Tucker with the baton. And a lip reader actually stepped in to say what she said. So Everett claims the hit was accidental. She's citing a loss of balance, but there was a lack of an apology. She never went to console the girl and say, oh my God, it was an accident. None of that happened. That alone tells me, in my opinion, she did it on purpose. And now she's whining. Oh, I got that threats. Oh, racial tax. I mean, it was all black on black schools. That makes no sense. And Tucker suffered a concussion and possible skull fracture. So my take is simple. The lip reader said, get off, and then, oh, hell no. This is what she said. Get off. Oh, hell no. Bam. That's how that went down. I grew up in the South. I had a lot of friends of color. So get off. Oh, hell no. Bam. Going down, Kayleen Tucker. Oh, what gets me is how indifferent she was afterward. And now she's playing the victim, ranging from the believe me to I'm being attacked by racists. This is a calculated deflection, and I'm convinced she meant to hit her, and she just owned it instead of playing the sympathy card. I could be wrong, but here's the kicker. We'll never know. NBA investigation into the Thunder and 76ers. So the NBA has launched an investigation to the Oklahoma City Thunder and Philadelphia 76ers over potential violations of the league's player participation policy. So it focuses on the March 7th game against the Portland Trail Blazers, where the Thunder, leading the Western Conference, rested 6 players, including Shai Gilgeous, Alexander and Jalen Williams. And it's raising concerns despite their non-tanking status and the game not being nationally televised. There's rules on this. 76ers in a different boat. They're facing scrutiny for the absence of key players like Paul George, Tyrese Maxey. Their season's a complete and utter disappointment. No playoff hopes. They have a top 6 protected draft pick incentive. Some are saying, hey, this team's tanking it. My take, this was inevitable. Once you got the rule, what's the rule called again? The league's player participation policy. Once that rule was implemented, you were going to have this. I mean, people pay a lot of money to go to a game. These games aren't cheap. And when their star players are sitting more than they're playing, fans get mad and irate. Season sales get canceled. Team sales go down, etc., etc. So they implemented this rule. Now, some teams do need to rest players. So that's a tough call. But abuse is rampant in today's game of lies, greed, and blatant cheating. So the NBA must act as ratings drop and fans deserve to see stars like a $100 million player who better have a solid reason to sit and not just coast. This is a league where attendance by fans costs them dearly in high price, no different than football. So I agree, an investigation should be looked into it, but don't be assuming. There could be legit reasons. The Rays abandoned $1.3 billion stadium deal. It's sparking uncertainty and outrage in St. Petersburg. The Tampa Bay Rays sudden withdrawal from a long-planned $1.3 billion stadium project actually has left the team's future in the region uncertain. And it has ignited tensions, not only with local officials and fans, but also team owners. They backed out of the deal, citing delays from Hurricane Milton's damage to Tropicana Field and the subsequent county vote postponement, which they claim could increase construction costs. Construction costs are going to increase depending on how the economy is doing. So that's a flat-out excuse. Insurance hikes because of the hurricane and other issues. Excuse. And there's also a fractured relationship and ownership criticism, including Commissioner Rob Manfred, has expressed frustration with the owners, with the Rays owner Stu Stenberg. And some are calling for him to sell the team. Why? Bad faith and a deteriorating partnership. And the city plans to move forward with redeveloping the stadium site regardless. I would not be shocked if there's a potential lawsuit in the wings. My take is this is a mess. Sternberg seems checked out, and the league and fans are fed up. He's free to run his team, but screwing over a city like this could spark legal trouble and fan backlash, which means less ticket sales if they're locked in through a court decision. And while I hate seeing tax dollars fund stadiums over real community needs, this last-minute shafting feels dirty. Selling might be his best move, though I'm not holding my breath. Danica Patrick's scathing critique of the Tate brothers. Look, I'm happy to see these critiques of the Tate brothers coming out. Danica Patrick recently unleashed a fiery condemnation, fire and brimstone, baby, of the Tate brothers, spotlighting their controversial views on women and masculinity in a way that hasn't really sparked heated debate, but has made the news. The Tate brothers are losing their steam. They're losing their fans. Patrick, obviously, if this isn't the sports segment, because she's a former race car driver turned outspoken commentator. She's a big Trump fan, and she didn't hold back calling out the brothers for their documented behavior and statements that objectify women, labeling them as epitome of toxic masculinity that fuels culture divides. And you know what? She's absolutely right. The Tate brothers have some kind of appeal to young men, and it's from a backlash against the left's attack on masculinity from Obama's era. I mean, Obama was the least masculine president we have had in my lifetime. Yeah. But this defiance doesn't erase the damage of their views, making them a liability conservatives should not be supporting. So look, the Tate brothers' brutal, objectifying stance on women, backed by videos with their own words and action, makes them indefensible as role models. And when I shake my head at conservatives like Tucker Carlson and Patrick Bet-David, who I enjoy watching, for defending them. Their defiance of the left's anti-masculinity crusade has fooled some into ignoring their flaws, the Tate's flaws. And what they've done is they've handed Democrats a perfect poster child for toxic masculinity. What I'm trying to say here, when Tucker and Patrick Bet-David defend these cretins, all they're doing is handing Democrats ammunition. Because when you talk toxic masculinity, you're talking to Tate brothers. Phil Mickelson praises Elon Musk's role in U.S. fiscal responsibility. So professional golfer Phil Mickelson recently expressed his admiration for Elon Musk, stating that America owes him, quote, huge debt of gratitude, unquote, for his efforts with Doge to find money, to find waste, fraud, and abuse. Now, this story's a little old, but I wanted to get to it because it's been in my queue for a while. He emphasized that Musk's outsider perspective as a business mogul rather than a career politician brings a fresh and pragmatic approach to these fiscal issues. But his stance has drawn criticism because people hate Musk. Never mind, there's over 35 billionaires helping Democrats. Our billionaire they don't like. Phil Mickelson's praise of Elon Musk hits the nail on the head. It's ironic that not every American supports Doge's mission. What's that mission? To eliminate waste, fraud, and abuse. Democrats in particular seem to be resisting it, prioritizing control over national well-being. The left, mainstream media, and progressives, they can't stomach anyone applauding Musk or the Trump administration, so they resort to relentless attacks. And there you have it, my friends, the final whistle.
Hey everybody, this is Big John from Grumblings Media, and I just want to say thank you for watching our content. If you want to support our efforts here at Grumblings Media, just smash the subscribe button right here, totally free, or just go ahead and consume more of our great content. Click either one of these two boxes.